Would you like to learn how to make a slideshow for YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily create an engaging slideshow that you will be proud to post on YouTube. And after you're done, you will have learned some extremely useful video editing skills. Welcome to the video. This is Roman Grant from EmpireVID. This channel is dedicated to giving people with no experience the resources necessary to create amazing content for business and personal use. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. Now let's get into the video. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a completely free resource to create eye-catching YouTube thumbnails and banners for your YouTube channel. Along with being free, it's also super easy to use. So to make this slideshow, we're going to be using an online video editor called InVideo. You can create your slideshow with the free plan, but you'll have to upgrade if you want to remove the watermark. The paid plan is already cheap, but if you use my link in the description along with my coupon code, you can save an additional 40% off. It's a great price for an online video editor that you can use to create almost any video you want. Now here is the slideshow that we're going to be making for YouTube. So as you can see, this is a pretty basic slideshow, but it could easily be used for a YouTube video. You've probably seen a lot of slideshows on YouTube. Depending on your channel's purpose, you can use slideshows to create your channel quickly because you don't need any video footage to start. You can make high quality content with stock images or videos as long as your content is well researched and valuable. There are many channels on YouTube that only create slideshows and are generating millions of views a week. And many of them are very basic. And once you start using the InVideo platform, you'll soon realize that you can create high quality slideshows very easily. Now let's head into InVideo and start creating our YouTube slideshow. All right, we're here on the InVideo platform, and this is the main dashboard. This is where you can choose from either a pre-made template that they have plenty of them. As you can see, there's 3,000 of them. Then you can choose or a text to video, and there's also just starting from scratch, blank canvas. Down here are your formats. So they have the wide 16:9, which is the format for YouTube, the square, which is for social media feeds, and then the vertical, which are for your social media stories. So I'm going to be making a slideshow for YouTube, and this is basically going to be an informative slideshow similar to a video blog post. And you could use the text to video if you have already written blog post that you just want to transfer to a video. That is a great feature of InVideo, but today we're going to be using a blank canvas starting from scratch so that I can demonstrate how easy it is to create a slideshow video. And since it's for YouTube, I'm going to be choosing a wide format. So now we're in the actual editing platform. This right here is the preview of the scene that you're actually working on at the current time. Over here is your layers panel where you can manipulate and edit each individual layer. So like this right here, this text is a layer. This logo, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of small, but this logo right here is also a layer. So if you click on an individual layer, it will give you different options on either animation or editing the text or resizing it or playback speed, things like that. And then over here we have the menu. You have options to choose from their stock video, stock images, or stock music, and also different text styles that they have pre-made with animations, and also your uploading capabilities for if you wanted to upload your own media from your computer. Down here we have the timeline, and this is where you navigate from scene to scene and deciding which one you're going to edit. You have your scene times for each individual scene. Say if you wanted to change it, right now they're at 6 seconds. So if you wanted to change that to 10 seconds or whatever your preference is. And then you also have the playback features. This is your play the individual scene, or you can play all scenes if you want to preview the whole slideshow at the end after you're done editing. Then, of course, you have the voiceover option where you can record your own voiceover. And then you have a view option where you can zoom in to your scenes to make them larger or smaller. The first thing that I like to do with my slideshow before I begin is I like to get all of my scenes ready to go. So if you know how many scenes you want, then just create that amount of scenes. That way you don't have to create them during your editing process. It makes it a lot easier. So I need 7 scenes for this slideshow. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to delete all of the layers. And then when you press this more options button, it gives you an option to duplicate the scene. And that's what I'm going to do 6 more times. And then I also like to delete the default music track that they add. So now we are ready for editing. So the title for this slideshow is going to be 5 Natural Proven Ways to Lose Weight. So the reason that I wanted to use this title for this demonstration is because I see a lot of YouTube videos that have titles very similar to this, that are very basic, that are gaining millions of views. It's just something that anybody can do. You can put it together very quickly with a tool like this, and just a little bit of research and a little bit of time and effort, and you too can have powerful YouTube videos that are gaining a lot of views. Now for my first slide, I'm going to add a picture, and what you want to do is you want to click on images and then you can search. So I'm going to search for weight loss or exercise. So I've inserted my first image, but what I like to do for a cool effect is to blur my background image out and then put the same image right on top of it, and it creates a very cool effect. So to do that, I would navigate to the layers panel and then select media and edit. So what you would do is click on image edit, and then you could blur it out by dragging this button. And then you would just drag the other image right on top of it and click add as layer. And then you can resize it as necessary. So one way to make sure that you get the image right in the center of your scene is that you look out for the little cross hatches. If you can see that right there, that's how you know it's perfectly centered. Now, if you want to animate this image, you would go over here and click on Image Animation. Then you can select from all the different animations by hovering over them and previewing what they look like, and then choosing which one fits best. Okay, now I want to add text, so I would click over here on the menu for text. Now you can use the plain text to start off with, but then you would have to animate them yourself and change the format, like the font and the colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick a pre-made text style. Now this text style is completely customizable. Over here in the layers panel, you can edit the text box, this yellow graphic here. You can change that color. You can also change the opacity. You can change the font. You can change pretty much every aspect of it. You can change over here. If you wanted to make this text box leave the scene sooner than it does, you can just adjust this right over here. This is the text layer. And then you can also animate the text going out if you'd like by clicking on over here to the out button. Okay, now I want to go to my second scene. So the first scene is the title of the slideshow. So you could relate that to like the title of a blog. The second scene, we're going to start getting into the actual information of that you're trying to relate in the slideshow. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a graphic for my second slide. Now I'm going to add some text again. Now I want to change the color of the text box, and I want to change the opacity to where I can see through it. Then I can edit the text by making it bold. Now if I wanted to, I could rotate this, but I choose not to. Okay, so now we have our second scene. So now I'm going to quickly edit the rest of my slideshow. Okay, so now I have all of my slides completed, and I want to add some finishing touches to really make this a good YouTube video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add an end screen. So if you go up here to videos and you type in end screen, they have a bunch of different options, and I'm going to choose one. But first I have to duplicate a scene. So you have a bunch of different choices for end screens. If you have other videos that you would like to have suggested or playlists, then you can choose something like that. Otherwise, you can just add a simple the end to the end of your video, and that would be just fine. And that's what we're gonna do. And now I wanna add some music. So I go over here to the menu for music. And you can see that they have many different genres. They have a lot of different music tracks to choose from. So you'll most definitely be able to find something that fits well with your slideshow. Okay, so I found a track I like. So I just click this plus button and it will insert it into my slideshow. If you wanted to do any trimming, you would just push edit and then you could trim it. And then you could edit it, manipulate it up here if there was a different part of the song that you wanted. Now for the final touches of my slideshow, I want to add some transitions, but you have to be careful when you're adding transitions. If you already have transitions or animations from the images, say if you have an image flying in from the side, if you were to add a transition to a scene like that, then one would interfere with the other. So just make sure that your transitions don't interfere with your animations. Now to add a transition, you click on the little transition button, and they have a bunch of different ones to choose from. And if you hover over them, just like with everything else, you can see what the preview is. Now, once you're done with that, you can preview all of your slides to make sure you like it. And then after that, you can export it by clicking on this, and then it will render it as an MP4. Then it will save it to your downloads folder for you to access anytime you need it. And that's how you make a slideshow for YouTube. As promised, if you want to create thumbnails and channel art very easily, then I suggest using Snappa. You can find great templates, or you can start from scratch. It's all free, so check it out. Link in the description. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed yourself, hit that like button. And leave a comment down below and let me know if you're comfortable with showing your face on YouTube. And be sure to check out the rest of my channel for more videos on beginner content creation. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.